Oh, look at my table. Oh, my eyes are hurting. All right, let's see here. Well, look at that. What do you mean, 2 viewers? Wow. Okay. Three concurrent viewers in absolutely seconds flat. 6:51. Huh. Okay. Okay. Why, hello there, Casey. I am honored to share a break with you. And I am only on this early because I wanted to check what in the world I keep doing wrong when I'm trying to start a stream. But tonight went extremely smoothly. Doesn't that just figure? Oh, how's your evening going, Mr. Casey? And gosh, you are doing such a good job on that assemblage project. This is your very first How Do You Do project. Do you think you're going to stay in the group for more? They won't all be this kind, but we are going to plan one for each month. Oh my goodness. And gosh, you're doing an awesome job. Yeah. I am gathering my bits for my plan. And I'm going to start filming videos for it tomorrow. Yeah, I bet. My son made an iron golem, and then I painted him bright, glowy eyes. I have to give him back now that his eyes are dry. I will do that later. Good evening, Robin. Before I can do any assemblage, I need to do our very last night on my doodle journal, my doodle book, with my doodle class. It's exciting. The books are done, at least this round. I do believe I'm going to take a week off of Wednesdays, and then when I return, I think I'm going to do maybe a couple more doodling. I haven't really thought it all the way through, but not a big project, because I think the summer, when people are out of the house more and doing more and that kind of jazz, those people who actually like going outside. I'm not one of those, but I think I'm gonna return to mixed media for the summer. Mixed media for the summer. Maybe I'll visit a thesaurus and think up an alliteration title for mixed media summer, so that it's like assorted stuff summer. Or are you kidding me? Have I lost my... It's not in this pile. Well, here's something. Okay, this is the current one, but where's the rest of my book? Oh, this isn't the right stuff at all. Oh, good grief. What have I done? Have I lost my work? Oh my gosh, Casey. Make sure you rest again then. Maybe you just did too much after being sick. You know, maybe you just jumped back into life too quickly. Okay, this looks promising. Oh, bye. Have a good night, Casey. Get some rest. Do, 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 do. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd truly love to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, Adria would be in love with me. Ha, made my own song. Ooh, okay. I do believe I've hit the right pile of supplies. There we go. Beautiful. Do 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 do. Echo, set a reminder to go off in 25 minutes.
What's the reminder for?
Showtime in 3.
Okay, I'll remind you in 25 minutes.
Okay, good job. I do believe I need an art cart. Not one of these, but one of those, but wider. Let me see how. Approximately 11 inches wide. Craft cart. Do, 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 do. Casey, if there's any way you can still hear me or you watch this replay, I do believe that I am going to drive my butt down to Nebraska and steal that craft cart of yours. But whatever you do, don't tell anybody because I don't want it widely known. So hopefully you don't know who stole it. Okay, that didn't make any sense at all. I'm just saying. You got a really, really good deal. Really, really, really. That's about 10 inches. Echo converts 26 centimeters to inches.
26 centimeters is about 10.2 inches.
How smart was that? Mesh hollow, high quality plastic. I don't want a plastic one. I want a metal one, I think. I do not want that one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, that one's actually got. Okay. If there's anyone on my channel, because they saw I was starting really, really early, I will actually be back at showtime. And for right now, I am shopping for a craft cart. Because, hi Malik, because I just figured out when I was seeing somebody's new craft cart the other day, what a fabulous idea a craft cart would be for gel plate and mixed media supplies. So, I'm pondering 12 by 17 by 33. I think 12 is too much for this space, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. Itchy nose. Your fault, Malik. You got your kitty fur right up my nose. Ah. Oh, goodness sakes, man. I really like the idea of this cart that I'm looking at right now, but I do not have $25 to buy it. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, I think it would be a pain in the rump roast to get paints out of this one. Now, it would make sense if I put the paints in the drawer with the cover on it and then just took the cover off. But that's also the best spot to store the gel plate. Huh. All right, well, I need to see how deep these, how deep the wells are in, I suppose that's a dimension they're not going to tell me. Do-do-do. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. What if I am nosy and want to know how deep each tray is? Nope, I don't want another plastic one. That one is way too tall. Oh, no. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nopey, nope, nope. Nopey, nope, nope. Bless you. Oh. Okay. Ow. Oh, we have people. Hello, Ninian. It is Kitty sneezes. I will be returning at actual showtime, Ninian. It starts in 21 minutes. I'm just sitting here kind of getting ready and hunting for a craft cart. I have some craft cart envy. I saw a friend, or actually Casey, has a super cool craft cart, and I actually want that one, that very one, but I don't see anything like it. Ow. I think it's old. He got it at an estate sale. So I mean, how do I wouldn't know if it even exists anymore, really. So I might be just hunting, might be complete futility here. Oh, there's a cool one. Not as cool as the one I'm looking for, though. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh. Do do do. I should put a note. Malik, you should find a place to sit. Oh, sit, buddy. There we go. Let's see if that's in screen. If it is, perfect. We're just going to leave that right there. Okay. There we go. Oh. Whoa. Well, this is right back to plastic drawers, which I didn't want, but they totally look removable and a lovely size. I think you're too tall, though. Oh, maybe not. All right, let's get some measurements on you. 12.6, that works. 25.47. Did you hear that, Melanie? 25.47. Let's see what we actually have. Oh, we have plenty. Oh, man. What? I may have found the right cart for me. Wow. Okay, it might just barely be too wide. Are you serious right now? Okay, let me peek. Ultra thick solid drawers. Well, I mean, that's what they always say. .6, 12.6 inches. So all I would have to do is turn this like that. Okay. I got it. Excuse me, Mr. Kitty. Do the drawers come out? What? Hi, baby cakes. What you doing? What you doing? Okay. Oh, wait. I need the other measurement, don't I? What is it? 15.55. Oh. Definitely fits that direction. Mr. Kudu. Mr. Kitty, how are you? I do not want that one. Guess I'd have to get that one. Okay. I found what craft cart I want. I'm going to save up money for that one. Nope, that is not right. Oh, yeah, maybe that. Excuse me, mister. Hey, stop that. $28. All right. All right. Now I gotta 2.76. I need to measure this. What? What? Kitties don't use rulers, Mr. Malik. Okay. And then I have to take this out again and measure this. Because it needs to be more than 28 inches. Oh my gosh, it is. Huh. All right. Hi, sweetheart. What do you want? What you want, little one? What you want, little one? How's my boy? Oh, they have stops on them. Does this one? I didn't see that. It does. I don't know if I like that or don't like it. I want the drawers to come out. I could make the drawers come out though, couldn't I? Don't play with rulers, honey. Especially that one. It's very sharp. Kitties don't play with rulers, baby cakes. No, they don't. It was... All right, now I think I'm changing my mind already. I don't know that this cart will work. Okay. Do 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 do. Well, I hate when descriptions don't give you all the measurements of a thing. Like how are you supposed to know then if it will work out properly? Okay, that's kind of funny. Five, 10, 16. There is another cat in this room somewhere. And it is snoring away, and I don't know where the kitty is. It's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There's another possibility, but that one might be too tall. Let's measure quick again, because I can't remember what this was. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh.
Cheryl, here is your reminder. Showtime in 3.
Showtime in 3.
Cheryl,
Yeah, that one's
here is
too
your
tall.
reminder. Showtime in 3.
That means you have to get off my sign, because people can't see what it says if you're sitting on it, Malik. And I need to set it aside anyway. Mr. Kitty. You know what? Here, Malik, I will try this for you. And if this doesn't work for you, then you're going to have to go find somewhere else to sleep this evening. Little boy kitty. I hear a snoring Pooh Bear. There we go. You are up there. All right, Malik, come over here. Come on. Little buddy. Oh, there you go. A little bed, just for my little buddy. Wait. Okay, that bin is too weak for what's in it. Oh, well. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Come here. What about this? Try that. It's just for you, honey. Okay, let's see what we got. We're going to close that and close that. Hello, Leslie? No, I did not start early. I wanted to find out what I've been doing wrong when I start my stream, so I just turned it on early. And then I went over to Amazon to window shop for a craft cart. And I found the one I want. I found a craft cart. that I need / want. Oh, goodness. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Dum, dum. We're early. We're still a bit early, so I'll just sit here and chat. Hopefully some people will start rolling in. Oh, itchy, itchy, itchy everywhere. Goodness sakes. I have completely lost the papers that I made the new doodles on. And I can't remember what they are. So I know that one of them, let's see if I can remember any parts. One of them is this guy. That was your idea. I don't have a proper marker for an inchworm, but there's an inchworm, a really fat one. And then, ow. Think, think. Think, think, think. I got the sniffles. No, I don't have the sniffles. What am I saying? All right. La 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 la. Okay. Let's see. What else did I think of? I can't remember. Those are the two you did. Maybe it doesn't really matter because what? I'll probably just continue the same ones I already did for continuity's sake. All right, it's actually showtime, so I don't know who will end up being here and who won't. But I'm just gonna doodle some pieces. Oh goodness. I'm just gonna doodle some pieces. If I can remember. Let's see. I do have a pile over here. I'm going to check really quick. and see if I'm going to see if there's any of the stuff in this pile, or if anything sparks a memory. Yeah. Maybe on here. And maybe on here. Cinderella, Cinderella. Nope. None of my new ideas are on there, and it's not helping me remember. So, I guess I'm just going to find my 0.1 black liner. No, not 0.1. And a different brown pen. Oh, I'll use a sepia pen because this 5 is too big. Too big for making a delicate little caterpillar. Oh, I know one. Wait a minute. I just had a spark of memory. Let's see if I can remember how I did this one. I'm going to look up the real one. That's where I took it from in the first place. Oh, I bet it was even this picture. Oh, you are wild looking. I didn't. No. Ew. That's gross. Okay, here's the other thing I thought of. And this is not the same picture because it's the opposite direction, and that's really going to bug my brain. Ooh, let's try this. Okay, so here it is. It's a line, a diagonal line with half a seed, and then kind of a bit of a U shape. And that goes up to a point like so. Not really though, not in real life, but my design is. And then you go all triangle-y. Yeah, this is facing the wrong way. Okay, so then you go triangle and curvy bits and antennae and oh, that's not right. Well, that's what I'm doing. And then you go right here and you make, wait, what? So they have, wow, highly segmented legs. Hi, sweetheart. What do you, Malik, you're not helping. And then a down bit. Oh, good grief. I don't think I did this much detail. I think I did just, excuse me, sir, can I help you? Can I help you? And the back legs do what? The back legs go backward, and then they go up, and then they go down and out. Except that's back too far. Okay, so anyways, it was a praying mantis. Oh my. Hi, buddy. I take it you don't care for your new bed. You're going to have to go back to it, though, doll face. All right, so what have we got? We've got folks starting to stream in. Who's here? Are you ready for some doodling? Because it's doodle day, and it is the last day of our doodle books. So I'm going to do some finishing bits to my doodle book, and then I'm going to show some ways that we can put the thing together. I'm excited. And let's see if I can remember what I did for a very simplified. The praying mantis I did was very, very simplified. It wasn't this guy. So I think it was like that and like that and a triangle, because those are kind of mandatory pieces. And I think I just went like that for his legs, although that's really goofy looking. And then I think I just went this. Like nothing official, right? Just 6 spiky bits. Like so. So basically the same thing, just super simplified. And a lot more line drawing. Okay, well, anyways. Anywho, if I put a praying mantis on, I will try a little harder so he looks better. But I'm not sure I'm gonna anyway. Do 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 do. Oh, okay, hang on a second. I gotta fix this. I actually have to mute this thing because that's ridiculous. Okay, got it. Got it. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and get my new pieces out, or get my current pieces out, I should say, and lay them out again. Because I want to finish them very similar to what I have going on up there, to make the whole book, you know, similar-ish. So the one thing I know I did for sure is I pulled out my green Crayola markers, and I opened them all at once and held them all at the same time and just did them all along the bottom. But it proved difficult to keep holding them that way. So I'm going to try it again. But maybe I'll be a little less stubborn and do one at a time. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just color me green. Why not? Do, 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 do. Why is that stuck in my head? Okay. Okay. There we go. So just did this. Yeah, I'm being stubborn because this is awkward. But if you get it right, it makes it go pretty quick. So quit being so stubborn, girl. Also, I'm just getting one angle. Grass doesn't grow that neat and tidy. Make sure you shift things a bit. So, no, this is not fancy grass. Really, this is just the base coat, right? Just the base coat. And then this one. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna try doing the one color at a time business. Because that's silly. This is the darkest color, so I'm going to do these pieces the shortest. Since I'm doing one at a time, I can be all fancy like that. And then, once I'm done with this sort of annoying fill part, I'm going to put in the cute little designs and some finer grasses and what have you. And then I will decide if I'm actually going to tackle the praying mantis idea. I'm definitely going to put a woolly bear in this side because that's just too cute and I didn't think of a woolly bear. I think a woolly bear is a moth caterpillar, isn't it? Or is it a butterfly? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. I just don't know. Okay, there we go. Now I'll do the middle color and it will be a little bit taller. This is completely backwards from everything that you really should do. You should start with the lightest color first. But, you know, I'm trying stuff. I'm seeing what happens. Honestly, the Crayola marker police are probably not going to come to my house and complain that I did my colors in a goofy order. I got nothing to talk about today. If you guys have anything to talk about, put a topic in the chat and I will I will talk about your topic. You got anything on your mind this evening? Need any kitty advice or cooking recipes? Easter? Anybody doing the fun things for Easter? How about How about what? Yeah, I got nothing. I apparently do not have very much on my mind tonight. You know why? Because my brain feels a little bit like a jellyfish. A little bit on the mushy side right now. All right, let's get some of the lighter color. I want a little bit of this going up the side right there. And I want a little bit behind my Buddha. My Buddha guy. Okay. And then Trevin is snoring away. Snoring away. Little buddy. Or I should say great big buddy. They had their flea treatment this week. And he had to have a second treatment because he's a big boy. And their flea treatment makes them a little cranky. And a little, they don't feel the greatest. This guy doesn't seem to mind it, this little guy right next to me. But the funny thing is, it's a topical flea treatment, right? He throws the biggest fit when I put it on. And all it is a little drop I put between his shoulders. And then he doesn't really seem to mind it once it's in place. The other ones don't mind it when I put it on, but then the two biggest ones really don't seem to feel good for, a day after or something. You'd think they'd complain more. But no, this guy does. And he is flipping hilarious. He seems to be a little psychic because he knows when I'm coming. It's not even like, what am I trying to say? I don't even have to do anything yet. He just seems to know that it's medicine day and I'm heading his way because he will start hiding really early on. Won't ya, little buddy? Okay, I need 0.05. So, is there anybody here today? It looks like there's 3 people, but I have not heard a word from Ninian or Leslie since early on. If you are watching, let me know. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with the markers. I think I will. I don't know if I want to do more grasses first or add some tiny bits first. I think I'll add some more grasses first. And then I'll get around to some more tiny bits. So I'll pull out these greens as well and kind of do the same thing. Just busy drawing. Yep. Okay. Well, let's draw away. Oh my. Okay, this time I will start with the lighter colors. So all I'm going to do with this liner pen is go where I've already put a bunch of grass and do some finer. Whoops, and this marker decided it doesn't want to work. Hey, Malik, you got to move over, honey bunch. I got to get this pen to work. There we go. I'm just going to put in some finer bits and fill in some holes like so. And then I think I'm going to go to these far away ones and put in some tiny grasses. Why not? Oops. Boy, this pen seems to be finicky today. It can't be running out. It's got liquid ink and it's showing me it's got plenty. All right, I'm gonna line this up. Okay, tiny bits, tiny bits, tiny bits. And then some wispy bits in front. Whoops. Not a ton. Definitely not a ton of these. But make sure that you crisscross, right? Put things in front and things in back and all that kind of jazz. Like so. Like so. Whoopsie. Kind of made a mess out of that one. That's all right. Okay. I'll try the next color. And let's see what I did. Oh, with this one, I think it looks like I added some cute little like mini shrubs. So I think I'll do the same thing. And it looks like it's just some curly branches with little bulbs on the top. I think I will do that a little bit behind my Buddha. There we go. And where else? Let's put one right here. I put a little bit bigger one right here to start filling in a bunch of this space. Oh, there we go. a little shrub. I think that's all I'm going to do for the little shrub. Then I'll add a couple of wisps, taller wisps of this color, I guess. Back here. Wow, these pens are not behaved today, or behaving today. I wonder what their deal is. I did not know they were temperamental. Okay, just like that. Now the darkest color. And I have a few things to do with this. One of them is that I started some line and dot things here. I need to finish it. Then I need to go ahead and put it in a whole first section of my book because I only did it on those. That was a little silly. Oh, shoot. Okay. I did not mean to color on this. I kind of want this dark one to be super in front and filling in any spots that are just like extra white. Because I want the grass to look really full and lush. I might have to do this all across the bottom of the first section of my book too, which I will not do during the show because that would be exceedingly boring. Not that this is, the height of excitement, but that would be even worse as far as entertainment value. But from what I can tell at this particular moment, I am definitely going to do that because look how lovely of an anchor it gives just with a tiny, tiny speck of dark at the very front of the picture. I could pull out my ink and do an ink border on it like I do every single other thing I do. That would be kind of funny. And I just might do that because it's what I do. But yeah, look at that. I love that look. It just anchors the whole thing. So I'm going to do a little bit across the way, but I'm going to step away from this particular job because it will take an extended amount of time to get this all filled in. So I'm not going to do the whole thing now. Just going to add some bigger pieces. And some little bits along the way. So I have a feel for how it's going to look in the end. Ooh. All right. And I keep writing on my new nice mat that's supposed to be just for sale nights. Goodness sakes, girl. Get your act together. All right, that's enough of that. Now I'll put in some of these quick line dot bits, like so. line dot, line dot, line dot, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Rawr. Okay, I'm going to set these aside for a sec because I'm going to add that element to this section. And it won't take long because there really aren't that many of them. Oh, there's one behind the birdie. I don't know if you'd see that one at all. Okay, easy enough. That one's all caught up. Here, let's get it. Let's get it all the way in. Here we go. All right. And back to this guy. So one of the things I know for sure is I want to add some of these little guys because I love those things. So I'm going to add at least one right there. And I think I will make it a double. And then I think I will do I'll do one back there. And there. Let's do a couple in this way back. Like so. Something like that. I appear to be leaking. Hang on a sec. Yikes, man. All right. I will be right there. Just cleaning up this little bit. Okay. I'll get a piece of tape. And what? Here, I got something. Let's see here. I sprung a leak. I'm going to put a little piece of this. I might be really, really sorry for this. I'm going to put a little piece of antiseptic wipe on this cut on my finger. That might hurt a lot. Makeshift band-aid. There we go. All right, back to drawing. All right, so I think that's it for those. I'm going to get some in place and see if I think that's enough of them or not. But remember, this one is just super easy. Just draw the line where you want it. Do itty bitty flicks up one side, around the top, and down the other side. And that's it. And it makes that one weed, whatever kind of weed it is, I can't remember. but it looks like wheat, but it's not. And I think it's super cool. There we go. All right, let's see if I can make some super tiny ones. Yeah, this is the smallest marker I have. They have fine liners even smaller than this 0.05 now. They have a 0.03. And I kind of want to get them. But then I want that new cart too. And, you know, I want all the toys because they're fun. Of course, the pens cost a lot less than the cart, but there we go. Let's see, two more. And then I don't know, but I might see where I'm going to put the praying mantis, if I'm going to put it in at all. Well, I'm a little heavy-handed. I don't like them as much as last time I made them. These super light wispy ones are what I really like, but I still like them. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let's see. What else do I want to add before I start shading? I think I'm going to add another bee because we have to have bees. I mean, they have to pollinate the whole yard, right? But they do absolutely have to be pollinating the watermelon peas. So let's get a bee in the watermelon peas. At least one. I kind of feel like I should put my praying mantis on my Buddha's head. They'd be hanging out, saying their prayers together. And I'm going to do the same kind of bee that I did before. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Where do I want this guy? Maybe I'll put a little one way up here flying away. Really tiny. I didn't put his wings actually on his body. That's kind of a problem. My card is a little curved, so it pulled away from me. So I now have a little bit of a debilitated bee. And then, wow, a little too much of an angle. He's going straight up. That's a rocket bee right there. I think I'll put another far away bee right there. And then I think I'll put a bee kind of sitting right here. And this is actually a lot smaller than it should be, so apparently this is a baby bee. Which explains why it's sitting enjoying the sunshine instead of working like all the other bees. Okay, I will fill in their yellow bits in just a little bit here. Ah. Where do I want to put the woolly bear? That is the question of the moment. Oh, I see where the woolly bear goes. The woolly bear has got to go on one of the pink flowers. Because this little section right here is kind of screaming for a thing to be on it. So it gets a woolly bear. Can I put a woolly bear climbing up this flower? I think I can. Okay. Whoops, I'm off screen. Sorry. And I can come in closer, can't I? Because that's hard to see. There we go. Whoops, I made this guy way too long for this flower. Very ambitious woolly bear. Thinking a big guy like him can climb this little tiny flower. There we go. He will have to do. Now I think I'll put an inchworm on my Buddha statue. Even though I don't have the proper yellow green, you really kind of need like a neon green, right? For an inchworm. I'm gonna try just my yellow. Oh, there we go. So I will try just my yellow and see if that works well enough. Where do I want it though? Should I put the inchworm on his head or on his base? I think I'm going to put it right on his head, right on this spot up here. Doesn't look anything like an inchworm because it's the wrong color. I'm going to try to add a speck of green to it and see if it helps at all. Let's see what I got. You know what? I have this. This is kind of the right color, but I wonder if I can be careful enough with it to do that tiny of a critter. I'm going to try. Very, very iffy. I'm going to try it on my Buddha now. Okay, I'm going to pull this up really close to my face. So I will be doing the inchworm off camera, and then I will show you my results. Let's see if I can pull it off. Nope. Oh my goodness, whatever. The only thing I discovered is that this marker doesn't write properly on gel pen. So it wasn't even something I did wrong. It just actually doesn't work. All right, well, now I have a little outlined worm anyway. Let's see. There he is. Well, the focus? I don't know if we can get a focus up there. All right. I learned another thing. It looks cute, like in real life. It's not a complete fail. It's just not exactly the inchworm I was hoping for. That's all. All right, let's get some yellow in those bees. They don't even look like bees yet. They need their bee bits. Except, where did I put the yellow? There you are. Okay. Bee bits. Tiny bee bits. I colored their wings yellow too. I guess I'll do that too. Just for consistency. But I don't really know why I did that. I think later on I will pull out some glitter or some Wink of Stella or something to add shimmer to the wings. What else did I add? Oh, I see something. I added these wiggle plants to the top part, so I'm going to need a couple of those on this bottom section. I will put a wiggle plant. Oops, I did darker. Yeah, I did darker branches and then brighter wiggles. So I will go ahead and do that. Where though? I think right here. And I'm going to make a pretty big one there. And I think I'll do a couple little ones there. 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 Hi, Toonie. What's up, girl? I don't know where else. I don't know where else. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to turn my card sideways and start wherever I want to start on the branch with a kind of a big swirl and just get littler and littler as I go up. Suni, good girl. I can't believe I just said good girl when she's stealing my space. That's a different green than on the other section. I guess I don't remember what green I used. I thought it was this one. But that's really bright. Oh well. Come on, Suni, you need to skedaddle. Come on over here, honey. No, skedaddle. Scoot. Scoot your patoot. I am not going to overstress that it's a different color. Because I honestly don't know what pen or marker I might have used. I thought this was my brightest green. Where else did I say I was going to put one? Maybe that was it. Let's turn it back the other way and check. Yeah, that might have been it. The thing about all these little bits is that I can go back, and so can you, go back at any time and fill in the little bugs or the little extra plants. I have seen a few of you do these patches of bits back farther than all the forefront that I do, and you guys do it much better than I do. Much, much better. So I'm learning that. Well, hello, Kiki. How are you? I hear you had storms, huh, Kiki? I heard a lot of people did, actually. And there are no worries being late because there's always the rerun. And so far, it's just been me and Leslie hanging out. So, you know, the two of us are glad to have your company whenever. I hope your electricity stays on now. That's a bummer. All right, so I'm going to do, let's see what time it is. I'm going to do a little bit of shading. And then I'm going to think about a couple of different ways to put these together into the book. And then I'm going to put mine together the way that I, eventually decide I want mine to go. I hope it stays. I hope it stays. So I'm going to find my olivey green and my sharpener. Because this is the green I think I used on the top vine. All across. Yeah, this must be the one. This sure looks like it. I went and splurged and got a sharpener just for charcoals, and I thought, how in the world is this going to be different? It's still just a piece of metal and a plastic body, and it costs $6 when it should cost like a quarter, but it is different. The angle's different, the blade is super sharp, and the size, this opening size, is different than the large and small sharpener I have. So it totally works. It was totally worth it. Totally, man. It were worth it. I'm going to try using it to sharpen my blending stump. That seems a little silly, but yeah, it was a little silly. It made a big fat mess out of my blending stump. So I will sharpen it the proper way, or one of the proper ways. And I'm actually not sharpening it. This just gets off the color. It's also going to get off the raggedy mess I just made out of it. All right. Oh. All right, I'm going to do this one tile at a time. So I'll put the others aside and work on this one. And all I'm going to do is put, let's see, did I do the leaves too? I sure did. Okay, so I'm going to put a dot at the base of each leaf. And a dot at the base of each, whatever these petal things are. And I believe, as per usual, because why would I want to do anything different? I believe I put way too much on. So we shall see. But it could be that everything turns solid green in just a second here. You know what I forgot? I forgot that where they overlap, I want a little extra charcoal on the underneath one, because the top one would cast shadows on it. There we go. Very nice. I totally wrecked this thing. I might not be able to use this one. I might have to get out a different blending stump because I have completely weakened the point. Let's see if I can recreate it or if I have to pull out a different stump. Ooh. So Kiki, what have you done with your day in the dark? No, Kiki, it wouldn't matter. They are artist tiles, yes. And no, it doesn't matter if they're craft color. I mean, other than, it will affect the overall feel, right? The atmosphere. But craft color totally works. Absolutely, lady. And yeah, that's just garbage. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's pick a different one. Let's pick this one. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, one. Ha! One. Oh. I can't laugh like the count can. Oh well. So a little bit of color at the base of each one on this tile. And remember to add extra where they overlap. There we go. Number 2. Yay! Just cruising through this part. Did you try to craft in the dark day? How did it go? I'm going to start videoing my how do you do tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I started gathering the things for it, and I discovered I really, really, really just needed a quiet day. So that's what I did. So tomorrow I will finish the gathering of supplies and start recording. I also need to decide what I'm going to do for Wednesday nights after tonight, because this particular project is done, but it's not quite summertime, because people are very busy in the summer. So I thought maybe I would switch back to mixed media projects for the summer. But I could do a few more doodle weeks. Maybe do doodle weeks till Easter, take Easter or the last week of April off, and then start mixed media in May. Because I like alliteration. Mixed media May, except that won't be the title for May, I don't think. Leslie, did you notice that I am doing live sales every other Tuesday? Because if you didn't, I mean, it's not like you would buy things from me anyway. I mean, that would be silly. But I expect that you accidentally on purpose drop my name and business cards all over that building of yours and get all of your new neighbors to come to my sale on YouTube so they can buy presents for all of their grandchildren and for every holiday they celebrate directly from me. I mean, I'm just saying. What are neighbors for, right? Is that everybody? Nope. I missed a couple leaves. Okay, that's everybody. All right. There we go. I kind of feel like I should do some more shading in here before I continue because this one feels so much less colored. But I kind of want to put it together. You know? I kind of want to put it together. There we go. There we go. Should I put a little of the blue in first? Or should I go ahead and put it together? I think I should put some of the blue in because it's kind of bugging me. Mixed Media May. I like the title too, but that's because I'm a sucker for alliteration. But it was Mixed Media March, so I may need to rethink. I was going to do it for all of summer so I could be, told Casey I was going to find a thesaurus and get S words for mixed media. Like sorted stuff summer. But that's not really very good. No, that's not good at all, in fact. So I might need to rethink that. Okay, I am actually going to get some of the blue in because yeah, that's the one. Because it's just too jarring of a difference to me. I don't think I'll get a decent feel for whether I like this or not. So I will get some of the blue shading in, maybe not all of it. I think I'll just do this. Pile it back up just the same way and start from the beginning again. So when I'm doing the shading for the whole picture, I usually just go, a line around the top, and I will choose what color I want to put around the flowers and stuff. Sometimes it'll be yellow, But I don't have any really good yellow. I bet I do now, though. Yeah, maybe another time I'll do yellow. But I choose either the blue of the sky or the green of the ground to go around the plants. So then I put just a little tiny bit around and in places where extra shading would be. For instance, right here, this would have extra. So I'll put it in this little corner here. Because obviously this, I don't know what these little pods are on my vine, but whatever this is fat enough that it's going to cause some shading on this flower. It's going to make a shadow on this flower. Sometimes I'll do the blue shadow for the top half of the picture and the green shadow for the bottom half of the picture too. I mean, when I'm really feeling wild, that's what I might do. But this is basically just an outline on just the biggest parts. Okay, there we go. Now, the trick is going to be, I don't want green. And all of my blending sticks are full of color. I've been working on a really big project and not taking the time to reboot my supplies. So my blending sticks are not cleaned and my pencils are not sharpened, and I should really take care of that. All right, so same thing as every other place, right? Whatever you're using to create your shading, smooth it out and then pull it away from where you applied it. So I'm going to pull mine down into my picture just a little bit. I'm not actually coloring in a whole sky, right? I'm just putting shadows where shadows might be, applying the Zentangle idea of shadows, where they say wherever you where they say the sun always comes from directly above everything. Because we don't want to make doodling so fussy that you have to think of light sources and reflection sources and all that stuff. So I just put a shadow around everything. Just to imply the blue sky. If you do yours differently, you should tell in the chat what you do differently, because maybe you have a technique that's different and somebody might want to learn that and like that even more. There we go. 1. Sky implied. Sky successfully implied. That is a nice blue. I agree. It's a good one. For this, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So I'm definitely going to put in my top blue bit because, you know, that's easy enough to decide. Part I don't know about is these super frilly flowers. I don't want to sit and outline it because I think I would take away from the frill, if you know what I mean. So I think, well, I don't think because I did it. Why do I always say I think before everything? But I'm going to put dots of shading color just in the deepest valleys of this flower. Because I don't want to end up making it too heavy. Hello, Ribbon. I mean, everybody else has walked through. Why shouldn't you, right? At least you're nice enough to walk all the way through and sit over on the empty side of my desk. That's not what the other 2 kitties did. All right, let's see if this idea works. I don't think I've ever done shadows around this particular flower before. If I did, it must not have been anything I was particularly happy with because I sure don't remember going, oh, that's a good idea. Did I get all the spots? Nope, there's one right there. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, but I can start the next flower because there's one peeking in over here. So I'll do that. Oh, wait, I missed this whole flower. Good grief, girl. Why can't I tell where I'm putting my pencil down? I don't know if you guys can tell that as much as I can, but I will often go to put a mark of the charcoal in one spot and it ends up in a completely different spot. I can't tell where I'm placing my pencils. It's very frustrating. All right, here we go. Hopefully, oops, whoops. I lied. There's also this little piece of yellow flower that's peeking. So we need to do that. Now am I ready? I think so. Let's see if that idea works. Smooth it out, pull it down. I'm nervous about the pink flowers, so I'm going to do everything else first. Don't face your fears. Just run away. Let's do the yellow one. I'm actually going to avoid it some more because I see another thing that I should do. I should add some of this blue under the vine because I went and pulled the charcoal through the vine and turned it all muddy, which makes us a stormy day instead of a bright day. So let's see if I can repair it a bit. That's looking better already. I will try to skip the leaves so I don't muddy it up so much this time. Anywhere where there's a distinct line of color, I'll do some extra blending to make sure that that really gets blended out. All right, I see some places I might add more blue, but that definitely took away some of the muddiness. And here goes. Hopefully this idea pans out. Fingers crossed. I don't know if it did or not. I don't know if I'll know for sure until I get all of them done. So I'm just gonna, well, I don't have a choice, but I was gonna say I'll wait and see. Well, of course I'll wait and see because I have to do them all because they all have color. And I would have to do them all the same anyway. But I will withhold judgment. That's a better way to say it. Until this whole little section is done. And I can decide if this was a method that worked. All right, I think the last 20 minutes, I'm going to put the book together, whether I like where I'm at or not. Oh, I've missed a couple of spots. How can you look at it that many times and still miss things? I mean, maybe that's exactly how, right? You've looked at it too many times. And yeah, here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to call that done. Let's take a look. So it looks a lot different through the monitor than it does just looking at it from an angle on my desk. So I'm going to put it right there and then look up at the monitor. Did that just the deepest parts keep the pink flowers fluffy enough. Well, hello, Lisa. How are you? Thanks, Kiki. I missed this little tiny guy right here, and boy, I can't get into these little specks. So I'm just going to do a little bit of random placement and what have you. I don't know if it's perfect, right? What I did to keep it light, but I'm fairly happy with that idea. That kind of worked to keep the fluffy feeling fluffy. All right. Let's see how much time we got. Oh, I don't think I can get shading done on all three that are left in 8.5 minutes. So I'm going to go across the tops of all three, and then we'll see what else I can do. Oh my goodness. But then I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at a few different ways to put the book together and decide on what I want for my particular one. And then I'll sign it and call it done. Or at least done for showtime, because like I said, I might go and add details and coloring and shading and highlights. I think my garden needs highlights badly. So I might go ahead and grab that white gel pen, which is why you get the white gel pen, and figure out where I can add little points of light to this whole thing. So how are you doing, Lisa? Oh, I'm pretty good today. I was able to do all the bins, both bins too. That sounds like a fairly successful day. You must be happy. Not entirely, but partly. I kind of took a day off. I had to clean up my studio from the sale last night because, you know, I can't do art when the stuff for sale is all over my desk. So that had to happen. And then I started collecting bits for my How Do You Do project. But I just lost energy and focus, and then it was the end of me. I was done. Tomorrow I will come back with a whole new attitude, and I will just be ready to do a lot of art and get cool stuff done. There you go. That's my agenda for tomorrow. Cool stuff. I think that kind of leaves it wide open, doesn't it? Leaves it wide open. Kind of means I can do whatever I want to do. Okay, I see a couple of things. I'm going to fix this guy. What do I have left? Oh my goodness, 4.5 minutes. So I missed a couple of leaves right there. I want to clean up around this birdhouse because it's a big flippin' mess. I'm not happy with that at all. I mean, that's true. It is still, it's just noon for you, isn't it? You got a long way to go, but since you're already successful, Lisa, I think that means you can be done. Done for the day. I said so. I mean, if I declared it kind of bummy day for me, I can declare it for you too, right? I missed another leaf. Right there, this little guy. I'm going to put some blue around the birdhouse because I'm not happy with how muddied the birdhouse is looking at the moment. Hopefully blue will brighten it up a tad. I really should make another bird somewhere because somebody has to live in this birdhouse. And I have a really hard time believing these guys fit in this house. So somebody else must live here. All right, I need a brown. In fact, more than one brown because I need a dark there and a dark there. And then I'm going to put a light stripe down the center and get a different blending stick and kind of muddle all that together. Okay, there we go. I think I'll end up putting a little birdie sitting on the vine here or here on the house, something. I'm not sure, but somebody needs to live there for sure. And my birdhouse is still looking like a muddy mess. So I'm going to do something to fix that up later. All right. Okay, this is weird. I must have had, I've said this before because something else I can't remember made me a little suspicious that I must have had glue on my hands when I was handling these tiles at one point. And now I know for sure it's true because I just put charcoal right here. I know you can't see it on, I don't think you can see it on your computers, but I can see it up close. I have now created my fingerprint right under this flower. So I know darn well that I must have had glue on my hands where I thought I had gotten it all off and didn't. Because I just fingerprinted myself. All right, guys. I don't want to. I think I'm out of time, aren't I? I don't want to put this together when I'm not feeling like it's done. But I'm not going to come back for a whole nother show just to tape it together. That just seems silly. And I can do more shading on my own. So I need to get over it, girl. Get over it, lady. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to tape quickly or go past 9:30 or whatever, because I am apparently unwilling to tape my book together without having at least a little of the blue around my watermelon peas. It's a stamp of approval. It must be. It must be. Who knew? All right. Now, I got to stop being such a fuss budget and start figuring out how I want my book to be, because I had a new idea about my book today. So, let me show you. I think I have to pull out just a little bit to get these bits in. Ah, Fred! It's a Fred! Hi, Fred! I am so glad you stopped in for 2 minutes on your lunch break. Look at the doodle project we've been working on. What do you think? We're making a book out of it. Okay, so this piece is already sort of taped and accordion, right? Kiki, they're called tortillon or blending stumps. And they're super cheap, and you buy them in a bundle on Amazon. Blending stumps. And you have to be using charcoals or a regular graphite pencil or something like that to be able to blend. There are ways to use regular colored pencils, but you need to have low odor mineral spirits. And then like a Q-tip or something. Tell Christy I said hi, and see you later, Fred. Come in again. Come again, Fred. Okay, so this is just accordion. So if I did this accordion too, then I could either set this out like so, like across a shelf, right? I could turn it into something like a board book if I did the pages like so. If it's all the way taped together, this ends up forming a star. And if you put the string in the creases and then pull it together above it and below it, it makes a hanging ornament that spins. If you want me to demonstrate that, I could do that, but I'd have to do that next week. But I totally could. I could do like a little miniature one. Some 2x2-inch tiles and some string, and I could show you how to make a little ornament one. I think I was thinking about it earlier, and I think I want to do 2 pieces together and create a book this way. So these whole 2 would be a page, and then 2 would be a page like so, right? And then, then it would be, this would be the next page. And then you would turn the page. And it would be this. That would be the last page of the book. And I think I'm going to do that because it is the only way that I have not seen previously demonstrated by other crafters and other sorts of books and such. So I've seen all those other ways before. Yikes. Let's see if I can get that tape off without wrecking it. Do, 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 do. Rawr. So I'm taking all of the tape off because even the pieces that will end up being taped together with my new plan are going to need to be taped closer together. I left a little space so they could fold properly. Let's see. Ooh, gonna be cutting it close in the time department. I'm good though. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep going until I'm done making my little book here. All right, so these 2 pieces need to be taped together and like right up against each other. I don't understand why. Why? I don't understand why they are kind of bent and curved. They must be that way. The cutting must not be perfect. Or they must warp when you're coloring the different layers onto them, because you'd think they'd be perfectly straight, but they do not join perfectly straight. I hope it will be awesome. It's definitely different. Like I said, I've never seen it done by anybody else. So I'm not saying it never has been. I'm just saying I've never seen it. So I don't know what it will look like for sure. But there's one page. Next. Some assembly line stuff going on here. Get this all tucked in properly. least as the best I can. Oy. All right, page 2. Woohoo! The next one is the 2 center pages. So I think I will end up doing something to join these 2 vine bits. That was always my intent anyway, and then I never really did it. So it'll be nice to go back and do something that I actually intended for my final project anyway. Nope. These guys are next. Okay, these 2 next. The short answer, Kiki, is yes. And when I have all of these bits put together, I will show you exactly what I intend to do. So I am just putting this tape on to make sure that they're held in place, right? So that I can work with them. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, I wonder what color. I think I need a piece of green. I think I need a piece of green. That's what I need. I think I might use green mulberry paper. You know why? Because it's lovely. So, can you cut mulberry paper in a guillotine cutter? Or is it just too thin and it's going to fall apart? I think I'll cut 2-inch sections if I can. If this doesn't work and you don't know how to make it work, I will show you a trick. It worked. Okay, good. Good. So I need I need some more 2-inch sections. Okay, so if you're ever cutting anything on any trimmer that is just too thin and flimsy and won't work, just put another piece of paper with it. And it will cut properly. I don't know how many of these I need. I don't know how many. So this little, this mulberry peeper is going to be my hinges for the next part of this book. Okay. That one's not exactly the right size. We will save it for something else. Okay, so here's what I want this page to be the first page. So this page, no. What am I saying? This would go, okay, so, yeah. All right, I think I got it. I think I got what I'm doing. All right, so here's my book. Let's see if I've got everything facing the right way. So if these are joined for one page, the hinge would go joining these two. These two would be glued together, or these four, right? And these would have a hinge. This is not what I want to do at all. Guys, I'm sorry I'm being so difficult, but I cannot remember what in the world I wanted to do or how I wanted to do this. Wait a second. I'm going to flip these all the other way because maybe this is the problem right here. Oh, it looks like it is. Okay. All right, let me try this again. So if this is my book, you open the book. Ha! Yep, that's the problem. All right. Let's set those aside. So I have my first page, which is these four cards. Page 1, page 2. And I'm going to put them together facing each other. And then I'm going to create a hinge. Ow! Ow! Stop being mean. I'm going to create a hinge for this. Whoops. All right, better just do one layer at a time. I'm going to put glue stick on this edge. I'm going to put mulberry paper just about the middle. This doesn't have to be anything fancy either. I'm just doing it in my mulberry paper in case it shows. And then I'm going to put glue stick. Hang on. Need another glue page. I'm going to put glue stick on the other edge. Hey, sit there. And put it back where it goes. Stack it properly. Make sure it's all lined up. All the way around. And then fold the hinge over. And I won't trim this until it's had some time to dry. But once the hinge has dried, I'll trim off the excess bits. But look at that. Now here, let's see. Open it up. Page 1. One, two, actually. And I think I can show you, Kiki, what you asked. Would I cover it or put it on other paper? And Lisa, one of you said, would I cover it? And one of you said, for stability, question mark. That's true, and for decoration. So what I will probably do is put a piece of lighter paper that covers this whole section twice. So I'll fold a piece of paper to cover this and then have another bit. And then I think I'll put a cardstock cover on it. So it will be an actual book when it's done. That's my intent anyway. So there's one page section. Let's do the next one. I don't know if what I just said made any sense at all, but I will demonstrate it. So hopefully if I didn't articulate it very well, I will at the very least show what I meant. So another bit of glue, another hinge. Oh, I better be careful, huh? How am I gonna? I seem to be just confusing myself over and over and over again. Okay, so I flipped it over. I'm putting the glue on. I'm gonna make sure these are lined up. This way, this way. Okay. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I hope you keep your pages straight better than I do. I am clearly being a banana head. It happens. For me, it happens a lot. Okay, so they're lined up. Fold that hinge over. As tight as it will go, it's going to need room to open and stuff. So it's going to have a little space in between, but I am doing it as tight as it will go. There's the next section. Now, I didn't realize this, but when this is closed, this will go here. So I either need to, excuse me, sir, I either need to put another piece of cellophane tape here or another hinge here. And I think I'm just going to go with the cellophane tape because it can be squished super close together. And once I back this with paper and cardstock and glue, excuse me, buddy. Yeah, go. As soon as I back this, oh, sorry. Hope I didn't make anybody seasick. As soon as I back this, it'll be very stable. Right now, it's going to be a little flimsy. Malik, seriously? Okay, so what are we doing here? Malik is sitting on the last part of my book. Hold on. Kids! Malik, off the book. Thank you, sir. All right, last part. last part to get taped together. Okay. All right, let's take another look at the progress. See what we have exactly. There we go. Now, pretend it has a book cover. So, turn the page. Turn the page. The end. I think it would have been more fun if I just left it the other way, because then it would have 5 pages instead of, or 5 flips instead of 2. But I'm okay with it. This was a fun idea, and I'm excited to actually finish it and see what happens. So I need a piece of paper big enough to cover this twice. So I need at least 16 inches. So none of my regular paper is going to work. I think that means I have to use my favorite paper. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. I have to use my favorite paper. Let's see if it will fit. It's not long enough. Guys, it's not long enough. Color me disappointed. Well, it used to be my favorite paper. Now I'm mad at it, so. Let's see what we got. I must have 16-inch paper around here, like within reach somewhere. Let's see what this is. Certainly not exciting, but it could be painted or stamped or colored, and it's definitely long enough. It's too thin though. Definitely would need to be colored or painted or something, and I'm not going to do that right now. I have what's basically packing paper or newsprint paper, but I don't want to do those. Oh, how about cicada paper? Is this thick enough? Maybe. It needs to be thick enough and long enough. Is this? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Let's try cicada. Cicada is long enough, but it's not thick enough. Grr. Grr. I don't want newsprint. That's boring. I don't want packing paper. It's lovely for some stuff, but too pulpy. Guys, I do believe I'm having a paper crisis. I don't have enough 16-inch paper. Hang on a sec. Oh, we're way past time. Okay, do you guys want to stay late and see how this pans out? Or should I bring the final product back next week and show you what I ended up doing? Could totally just be a surprise. I bring it back next week and I show you how I solved all the problems. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. Okay. Alec, what did you do with my extra long papers? Where'd you put them? Where'd you put them? Little boy. Well, I could use a piece piece of fabric on the inside instead. Everywhere, Kiki. Mostly Temu. I know people don't like to use Temu because some of the vendors at Temu steal people's art. I don't buy any. I don't anymore, now that we've all learned that, right? I don't buy anything that is art, but I will buy base products, like manufactured products, like paper. And some of these papers are just amazing. Like they're Japanese calligraphy papers and Chinese I can't remember what else, but the papers are just amazing. And the prices used to be amazing. Hello, Linda. How are you today? All right. If you're going to hang for a bit, then I am going to go ahead and see what I can find to pull this book together. Because we're almost done, aren't we? We're almost done, Malik. All right, there's something right here that could work. Let's take a peek. What do we got? Oh, that's pretty. That will not work. It's see-through. All right, let's try this. This might be see-through, but it might work anyway because it's green. So if this shows, it will just be darker green and lighter green. So let's try green tissue paper. Bye, Leslie. How did your garden turn out, Leslie? Well, actually, she's probably gone, but I'll have to see how her garden turned out. She is definitely one of the people who ends up with a much better garden than I taught. Nope. You can have that piece, Malik. You can have that. I didn't like it. It was mean and didn't cover my stuff properly. Okay, now what? I'm looking, folks. I could just use paper bag. That's super boring. Excuse me, do not throw my stuff on the floor. He threw my pencil sharpener on the floor and then ran away. Silly little boy. Grr. Grr. All right, we're doing fabric, guys, because it's the only thing I have right here. So I'm gonna line my book with gold fabric. My kitty. My kitty. Was sitting on my desk and got a little mad at me because I'm not paying attention to him. So he threw my pencil sharpener on the floor and ran away. All right. So here's what we're going to line the book with. This now all of a sudden became a very fancy book, didn't it? I wonder if there's a way for me to hide my email because that really is in the way and we don't need it. Ha! Look at that. I wish I had remembered that way earlier. Like, I have 4 kitties. Linda. 4. 4. All right. I think I will do this the same as the mulberry paper, right? As in trim it after it dries. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Actually, Linda, you're being silly. You already know I have cats because they make an appearance in every video I ever do. You know why? Because they do not like that I am doing things that do not give them attention. They always show up. You've seen them before. I know you have. They are twerpy little twerps. Okay. So in order to not, or at least get less stripy marks in the fabric, I'm not going to stress it too much because now that I'm doing this, I didn't know I was going to do this, but now that I'm doing this, I will full on decorate the inside of this book. So if lines show through this fabric, it will get decorated. Gosh darn it. Stop warping. I didn't say you could do that. Oh, hey. Okay. Here we go. And I will just cut this so that it's long enough. Hello, line up. I love Minecraft. Kiki, I love Minecraft. It is. It's entirely true, Lisa. It's not a me video unless the cats are hanging out, because you know that's what they do. That's what they do. Okay, let's just trim this down. And then I want to see if I need to cut a whole nother piece or if this one piece can be the front and the back of the book. I think it can be. Look at that. And actually, I just need a little over one piece for the back, don't I? Because I'm not going to cover this. I'll just need to cover the back cover. That makes sense. So yeah, this will totally work. Let's just trim this down then. And I will cut it in half. Whoops, I missed a speck. And I think I will glue it right under here so we can see what this is going to look like. Excuse me. There you go. This is definitely an unseen part of the book anyway. Okay, the mock-up, at least, is almost done. Excuse me, guys. I don't know what you kitties want, but I am busy. I am ever so busy. Let me grab something quick here. In fact, I'll just grab a color because I'm not sure what kind of cover I will put on this book. Oh gosh, I'm so precious about this stupid cardstock. I don't want to use it. I can't believe I'm tearing it out of its pad because whoa, it's me. Okay. I actually took some of this out of its holder. Wildflower meadow. I mean, what else could be appropriate? I mean, it couldn't be more appropriate for my garden, right? I think this will be the back of the book color. And this will be the front of the book color if I end up using this at all. I might not because it's very precious and I might put it right back in its pad and try next year. Good grief, girl. Good grief. All right. Are you ready to see what this book might end up being? Gonna make some tea. Woohoo! Do you guys want to come in on my Minecraft server and play Minecraft with me? Because I'll restart my server and we can play Minecraft together. I'll even put it live on my channel. We can be Minecraft streamers. Oh, goofy, goofy, goofy. All right. There we go. And there we go. So you're going to have to use your imagination. Don't hoard it, use it. I know, but it's so pretty. Okay, here we go. So you got to use your imagination a little because I'm not trimming this cardstock yet. But here's what would happen with the book. I should wait for Kiki to get back with her tea, but so it would open like so. We'll have to decorate this somehow, right? But then turn the page. Ooh, whoops, whoops. Apparently I'm not good at mocking up a book because I just slid it all over the place and defeated the purpose. Let's try that again. Where there's a Goofy, there's a Mickey Mouse. I'm the Goofy. Are you the mouse? Linda's the mouse. Okay, open the book. Decorated. Turn the first page. Turn the next page. And the last page, decorated. Oh, what do you think, folks? Should I pull the trigger? Should I do it? I kind of think I should. I kind of think I should. Gotcha. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna trim all these pieces and see what we end up with. Because we've gone this far. We've gone this far, so let's just do the thing. I'm just gonna do the thing because the thing needs doing. I wonder if I should go ahead and glue the whole thing together and trim it all at once. Ooh, that sounds risky. That just sounds too risky for me. Yep, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that brave. So, what do we need to do here then? I need a cutting mat and a ruler and a rotary cutter. Do it. Lisa, you're wanting me to be so brave. Okay. Let's better turn that over. All right. Here goes everything. If you wonder why I'm holding my rotary cutter so weird, it's because the blade is really, really dull. So I have to hold it very oddly to get it to cut anything. Okie dokie, artichoke. Cut number 2. On the wrong side of my body, left-handed with a dull cutter. I mean, I can't imagine what might go wrong. I can't imagine how this might be a bad idea. What if I cross my body and do it with the right hand, but cross my body? That might also be a bad idea. Oh, come on. Sit still, at least. I'm going to yell at my ruler. It's not behaving. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And you. All right, let's turn this around and do the other side. Twine it around. Twine it around. And we'll need a guide. So we'll turn this page. And finish the chopping. Okay. I am hungry. I am never so hungry. I should eat some dinner. That was close. I almost cut the front cover. Okay, I'm going to try this in this direction and hope I don't slice the book to bits. But at least I can function in this direction better. All right, let's get the little bits out of the way. I have an idea. It is the golden rule. Turn the page, not your hands. I know. Lisa, I don't know if you know this about me. I don't follow rules very well. I'm a little bit of a misbehavior. What if I do the cover in gold to match the paper? Well, it doesn't exactly match the paper. It's close enough. Four. Should be 4 by 8. Sure is 4 by 8. All right. Classic mom move, Lisa. Do as I say, not as I do. Tell the rules, but then don't follow them. Oh my goodness, that is so me. There we go. So we're going to chop a couple of lengths this way. And I think I'm going to do let's see. I'm just pondering, folks. Hang on one second. I think I'm going to do some scoring on this. So if I score it at 1, I got too much glue was stuck to my hands. Okay, if I score it at 1 inch, and then 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, I'll do 1/4. It looks like too much, but better too much than too little. And then I'll do this one at 1 inch plus 1/4 more. And then if I put these together like so, get this out of the way. Hey, that poor trimmer is falling apart. The blade just fell off it, and it's broken in the middle, and the back is a piece missing, and good grief. Poor thing. Okay, so if I put these together nested like so, then put the book in like so. Hey, ready for a peek again? It is my rule, and I break the rules all the time. Okay, I think this is going to be it. Let's see if we are happy with this design, and if we are, I'm going to call it quits for the night, and I appreciate you hanging out with me and figuring all this out. Kiki, are you back? You are back. Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take a last peek. Here's what it would be like. There's the front cover. I'll do the lighter side and decorate it somehow, right? The first page will open up. It will be completely fabric lined. Okay, wait. This. Okay, that's fine. But this would have to tuck. Come on. There we go. That would have to tuck better. Okay, I'm going to assume when it's glued properly, it will open properly. Whatever. I'm just going to fight with my book. Fight. There we go. So, there we go. Open. Fabric lined on the inside, decorated, and probably a fabric spine on the outside. Turn the page. Ooh, Let's get the whole thing in the picture. Let's move my camera over because there we go. Much better. Turn the page. Turn the page. The back cover would be lined with fabric, and the back would be decorated. And this part right here, this is to reinforce the spine, and then I'd probably cover this with more of that gold fabric. What do you think? What do you think? Break the rules. Lisa told you so. That's hilarious. Go for it, kids. Just go. kids. I just called you kids. That's funny. I might glue these together so they're super sturdy pages, but I might end up leaving them open too and turn them into pockets because, you know, junk journals. I might turn them into pockets. What if to decorate the inside gold fabric, I did gold embossing? That would look kind of cool, right? Tone on tone. It would look super fancy. I don't know why I think my doodle book needs such a fancy fabric gold embossed liner, but you know, why not? You're funny, Mom. You guys are funny too. All right, I'm going to leave it. I'm just getting goofy and tired, and I really am starving. And Kiki made me jealous, and now I need some tea. So I'm going to skedaddle. This is not what I was planning. I was planning on the fold every page and making an accordion book out of it. This is not my original idea at all. And creating a cover for this was not my idea tonight. My only idea tonight was that I wanted to at least try and see what I thought about doing these double pages. And I actually really like it. I really love this. So I'm happy with this design idea. But no, none of this was what I planned at all, ever. Oh, goodness. You just never know where art will take you. Just play with it. Just let it go. All right. Good night, folks. I will see you. I will be watching for How Do You Do videos and watch for my How Do You Do videos. Because I have my own plans and I'm going to get busy on them. Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. The end.